So why are we here? Ultimately, we're looking for investment opportunities. That's what everybody's here for, but also to access investment opportunities that will provide the highest yield with the most potential returns over the shortest amount of time. So mining is required for everything, and I don't know how many people are invested in mining here, because I didn't really understand too much of that, and my Spanish is awful. But we are in the mining space, mining exploration space, and it's required for everything from the toothpaste that you used this morning to the screens that you're looking at to the screens that we hold all day and to the chairs you're sitting in. So mining exploration is absolutely required when it comes to producing those products. So I will make some forward-looking statements, I think. I hope. I don't. But the deck was prepared by my team in Spanish, so hopefully that helps. And I talk very fast, so I'll try to slow down. So in the mining exploration space, we look to get in this part that has the highest potential for return, which is between the exploration and the discovery stage. The average rate of growth for junior mining companies over a 5-year period is generally anywhere from 500 to 1,000%, and that's if they're successful, they have successful drill programs. Others see negative or 0% returns if they don't have the financing available or they have unsuccessful drill programs. But where we focus is on the exploration stage part, and that's where they discover and prove up their resources. But here are some examples of some excellent growth that we've seen in the recent years. So Kaminak Gold Corporation, their project is the Coffee Project in Yukon. Anthony, thank you. It's in the Yukon, and it originally started trading at 13 cents. Whoa, what happened? It got taken out. My presentation is not working very well. At $269, over the course of 7 years at $269 for $528 million. So that's a 1,900% increase over that time. Northern Empire, can we fix this? I don't know what's happening with it, but Sterling Project was acquired for $117 million over the course of a year. And eventually this project was actually overtaken by Anglo Gold Ashanti for $150 million in 2022. I was recently with Great Bear Resources, and we had a project in Ontario, Canada. We started trading on the Dixie project, right, Doug? Doug and I worked together there, and it started at 15 cents. Over the course of 7 years, we were taken out by Kinross for $1.8 billion pre-resource. We said we were going to do one, but we didn't. And it ended up being 19,000%, which I just love saying over and over and over again. At the Dixie project, we also spun out a royalty company, and that was 2% royalty on the Dixie project, again in Ontario, Canada. That got taken out only about a year later. So that was quite a bit of growth, and that was by Royal Gold for $200 million. Why do we talk about this? So why did I show you those? What do they have in common? They're all Discovery Group companies. So I happen to work for Discovery Group. That's what I'm talking about. So the average growth stats, and I want to remind you, on average, over 5 years, a junior exploration company will grow 500 to 1,000%. We surpassed those numbers a little bit. So what is Discovery Group? Well, we are a formal alliance of 8 public companies that benefit benefit shareholders through our successes before, so through people, skills, expertise, and credibility in the marketplace. We also have generated value for our shareholders through these successes, and also we have given them the most opportunities, I guess the highest chance of success really for our companies by giving them benefits such as our expertise. So we have seen since 2002, since we were founded, over $1 billion in equity, and we have also seen almost $3 billion in mergers and acquisition activity. But how do we do this? What is it that we do? So why Discovery Group? So it's more of a question of what do we do for our shareholders? Yes, we do things for our companies, but why? How does that translate? How are we providing value to our shareholders? So we actually get invitations, or I guess introductions to investors with high capital. We do introduce our companies to important industry, I guess, providers and suppliers, and important relationships within the industry. We also vet our talent pool, so we give our companies access to the best management and technical skills available. Our leadership invests their own capital. So what that means is there's vested interest and also there's accountability. So that really helps in kind of carrying the projects along. And also we've had experience in the capital market space, so that helps our newer companies move along in the finance side of it. But what does that mean for shareholders? Well, basically they're accessing the best projects that we can find for them so they can invest in those. And again, it's individually run and operated companies just as a formal alliance, right? So we have the best access to these talent pool, right? And it's just really just about what we provide to our shareholders through our companies. So who are these people? So we have a couple founders. There's John Robbins, Jim Paterson, who had founded this in 2002. Our management team is relatively young, in the space, I would say. And so a couple of the guys, Chris Taylor was the one who saw 19,000%, I'd just like to say it again, grow through Great Bear over 7 years. Dave Prince was with Placer Dome, and he was also VP Operations for Pretium Resources. Fred Bell won the 2018 Young Mining Professionals Award when he was, I think, just hit 30. And then Claudia Turnquist was Business Evaluation General Manager at Rio Tinto. So some big names that they worked for, quite a bit of success for a young team. And finally, Anthony Marguerite, who I'm traveling with right now. I'm very tired. We were in London doing a lot of business and a lot of meetings. And so Anthony is with K2 Gold, and you're going to hear more about that. But Anthony was the superintendent of operations at Rio Tinto. So lots of experience there. So why are shareholders interested in what these guys are doing now? Like, why now? What are we up to? I need some water. So the 8 companies that we have, of the 8, the 2 main gold-focused ones are K2 Gold and Accutane Metals. Excuse me. So these 2 companies are the ones I'm super excited about because they have the most news coming out. Well, they have quite a bit of news coming out this year and hitting some giant milestones. K2 is focused on gold at their main project in California. Okay, we're about to get permits for the drill program and super, super excited because we found the highest grade samples that have ever been found at that project. And if you guys have more information about it, Anthony's here to answer your questions. He's a technical guy. I'm just here to spew things off about each of our companies. I'm trying not to take too much time with each of them. So, for those who aren't familiar, and I'm sure a lot of you are, gold is considered high grade at about 2 grams per ton. I want to say that that highest grade sample was, what, 347 grams per ton. So, pretty high grade. There's potential for the new discovery is coming up. Am I running out of time? I hope not. Am I running out of time?
Yeah, no, you're
okay. Cool. So we've grown about 100% in the last few months, I'd say, within the last quarter. So K2 is super excited. Accutane is a private company currently. We're closing a large financing at $2 US coming out of the gates. They are currently private. It's in France, and they are gold and strategic metals focused. Super excited about that one. That one's being run by Chris Taylor from Great Bear Resources. Kodiak Copper and CopperX, both copper companies. One is in British Columbia, the other one is in Chile and Peru. So Kodiak Copper is going to put out their first resource estimate on the project, so that's really exciting. And for them, it's a big milestone because it's the first one ever established on that property. CopperX has been working through their local community agreements, has completed that one at Kio Buggy, and is working on the local community agreement at their project in Peru as we speak. Super cool, Defense Metals, rare earth elements. So this one's also in British Columbia, Canada. We do operate everywhere, but you know, a lot of North American too. Recently it was awarded $850,000 for construction of infrastructure that's needed for this type of rare earth elements project. And they are the largest and furthest along development of a rare earth project in North America right now. So very exciting stuff for them. Elemental Royalties is our only royalty company. They are currently in London, but they are trading on the TSX, and they have 10 active and royalties in production right now, 70 plus development and exploration stage products. Year after year, they've been reporting revenue growth, and this year they're looking at $34.3 million US, but that's based on $2,600 gold prices. As of yesterday, gold reached $3,000 an ounce. So they continuously look for more advancements and more acquisitions of projects for the royalty company. And then finally, Prospector is based predominantly in North America. Prospector is focused on nickel and gold. They have an early stage exploration project, and they are currently testing multiple targets and also planning for their summer drill program. So that's coming up soon. And Valour is run by one of our founders, Jim Paterson, and it is focused on platinum, palladium, and gold. So they are based in Brazil, and they also have been picking up, or they're about to announce, the acquisition of a gold project right across the road from their platinum, palladium project, and that's going to solidify 1,000 kilometers squared of a Valour-owned project. So lots of stuff coming up for these guys, tons going on. So that's why there's tons of news that's going to be coming out, but predominantly we're focused really, you know, in the Americas, and then we have quite a bit of royalties there. So essentially, super excited about this stuff. John Robbins is our founder, and earlier this month at PDAC, which is a large mining conference, he won a Lifetime Achievement Award for excellence in leadership and contributions to exploration and development. I can't see it all. So he's won a lot of awards recently, but he has a 30-plus year experience and success in the industry. But essentially, he is very experienced on both the technical and the financial side of the business. So I invite you to find out more on how we work with shareholders, help them win through our companies. You can reach out to Discovery Group itself, or you can get a hold of each of the companies individually. So thank you, Gran Evento, for having me. Super excited. I'm a strategic advisor on District, so I'm excited about that. Doug's my mentor, love him. And then also shareholder Pan Global, so you might see my face again. Thank you.